My name is Morgan and I am a mom of 8 children, and today I'm going to show you how to make Copycat Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. I make mine a tad bit healthier because I use whole wheat flour instead of white flour, but you can use white flour if you want to, totally up to you. So it's pretty simple. Let me show you the setup, what it looks like, and just how simple it really is. So I have 10 pounds of chicken breast here that I'm gonna use these scissors to cut up into smaller pieces. I have some pickle juice here mixed with a little bit of water, a dozen eggs scrambled up, and some flour mixed with garlic powder, onion powder, and salt. And then I have 2 big pans ready to put the nuggets on when they're done. So I'm just gonna start out with the chicken, and I'm gonna trim it a little to get some of this undesirable pieces, fatty pieces off of there. These are just like serious Walmart Martha Stewart scissors. They're not anything fancy at all. So they work for me. I use them to cut up everything, raw and done. Obviously I clean them really well beforehand, but pieces about, let me go back down a little. Just cut everything up here. You want to try, it doesn't matter what size you cut them to be. They can be a little bigger, a little smaller, but just know that they need to be similar sizes so that they all get done at the same time. So this piece is a little bit thinner at the end, so I'm just going to leave it longer in hopes that maybe it'll all cook about the same. Once you get those done, you just put them in the pickle juice, and you can leave them in there as short a time or as long a time as you want. I'm probably only going to leave mine in there just a short time tonight. You can marinate them in there overnight, an hour, whatever you want. I think sometime is better than no time. And the pickles that came out of that jar are just still in the jar in the fridge. They last for a couple days or even a week without the juice in there, and my kids will eat those up eventually, pull them out for snack time or something. So no pickles were harmed or wasted in the making of this video. At this point, you just take your chicken nugget, you dip it in the egg, then you kind of dip it in the flour. You can totally double dip this, like dip it in the egg again, and then dip it in the flour again and kind of cake it on if you want a thicker crust on it, or if you want a thinner crust, then you only have to dip it once. I'm gonna only dip it once this time. I've definitely dipped it twice in my day. If you want these to be gluten-free, you can use almond flour in this recipe. Almost exactly the same. Plain almond flour makes really yummy gluten-free nuggets. So this recipe can totally be gluten-free if that is what you need. And then that's it. You just dip, and you can spray some nonstick coating on your tin foil if you need to. I think I am gonna stop and spray it just in case. It will make my life a little bit easier later on. I love to make these in bulk like this for my kids because I just pop them in the freezer when they're done, and then I warm them up again, either like in the microwave or even in the oven if I'm ambitious. gonna bake those for about 15 minutes and then I'll be back to show you what they look like. I baked these at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes until they got to be about 165 degrees. I have a little thermometer that I use that tells me the temperature, so that's how you know they're done. And I love having these after they get done. I just let them cool down and then I stick them in the freezer on these sheets. Once they're frozen, I put them in Ziploc bags and just keep them in the freezer. They last in there for a while, although they never last for a while because we love them. My kids love these nuggets. They're so easy to pull out for them. Well, they freeze really well. We love them.